Hey everyone, it's Hannah, and today I'm going to be discussing some crafty presents for crafty people. And this isn't presents you make yourself, this is presents that crafty people would like to receive for Christmas. So, if you stumbled upon this video because you have a crafty person in your life, then you don't know what to get them, hopefully I can help you out somewhat. Or, if you're a regular viewer of my channel and you're already a crafty person, maybe you can send this on to someone and heavily hint at one of the things that you want. So if you've been sent this, keep an ear out. Hopefully you know the recipient's craft of choice. And I'm going to be knitting as I do this because I apparently can't sit and do nothing whilst doing chatty videos. So please excuse the cathedral bells that are going at the most inconvenient of times. So one of the first and most obvious presents you could get the crafty person in your life is a voucher for a craft shop. A lot of people feel guilty spending money at a craft shop, so if you get them a voucher for the craft shop, they have no choice but to go to the craft shop and buy something there. Or you could give them money and tell them it's designated or it's destined to be spent on something that, you know, something crafty. But I think a voucher for a craft shop is a good idea. A lot of independent craft shops do give vouchers, a lot of larger chain of craft shops do give vouchers, and I know for one, I would love to receive a gift voucher for a craft shop, especially if it had a lot of yarn in it. I would go mad. The second option is a craft class. Now you might not think this being an obvious choice for someone who is already crafty, but crafty people generally like to try out different crafts. So if you're close with the crafty person and they have mentioned that they want to try another craft but haven't yet tried it to your knowledge, get them a voucher for the craft class or buy them the craft class. And it doesn't even have to be a class anywhere. There are so many brilliant online classes you could buy your recipient. Crafty is a great website and has loads of craft classes available on there. Or if you know that your loved one, I assume, if you're buying someone a present, you'll love them somewhat. If your loved one is a knitter or crocheter or something like that, you could also buy them a pattern on Ravelry and gift it to them, because that would be a really nice thing. Speaking of, if your loved one is a crocheter or knitter or the like, obviously I'm biased by this because I am a knitter and a crocheter, but one of my best presents I've ever received for Christmas is a set of crochet hooks. Now it doesn't sound that exciting, but up until that point I was using relatively cheap crochet hooks, just the metal ones, and I crochet a lot, and I've started to make doilies and blah blah blah. So when I received a full set of crochet hooks with handles on, my life was transformed and I didn't get hand cramp again. It was great. So crochet hooks, or a really nice set of knitting needles. If you know the knitting needles that your loved one likes to use, I'm sure they will appreciate a full set of interchangeable circulars. We're going to stick with the knitting theme, seeing as we've started there already, and we are going to go on to fancy pants yarn, because yarn is lovely and it's nice to have. And you may think, but Hannah, my loved one already has a lot of yarn, surely she or he cannot get any more. That is where you are wrong. There is always space for more yarn. So there are a lot of independent dyers out there who hand paint yarn and use such beautiful, beautiful blends of fibres. I'd love to receive some fancy pants yarn. Sometimes I feel like I can't justify spending the money on it, so it would be nice to receive it, because that's what gifts ultimately are. It's buying someone something that they feel like they can't buy themselves. Also, a lot of these independent dyers have something called a yarn club, and if you're unaware of what this is, it means you get a skein of yarn or something every month for a period of time, and you pay in bulk, and then each month you get a little surprise, so you could buy someone a skein of yarn. If you know someone knits a lot of socks, buy them a subscription to a sock club. That would be fun. And project bags also wouldn't go amiss. If you're fed up with your loved one's projects being flung all over the place, or them complaining that they have once again lost their needle, because Not speaking from experience or anything. A project bag would be great because it keeps everything together and then they have no reason to lose anything. So now we're going into the more generalized crafty things. You could get some custom made labels made. You could get some custom labels made that says handmade by and then the recipient's name. You could get fabric labels if you know that your loved one makes like items of clothing or things like that, or you can get a rubber stamp if they do more scrapbooking and card making and that kind of side of things. And speaking of rubber stamps, really nice stamps do not go amiss. There are a lot of amazing stamp makers out there on Etsy and sticker makers if you are a planner. Not if you physically are a planner, but if you're someone who plans. There are lots of amazing sticker sets out there. So pick up some stickers or some stamps and I'm sure you'll be loved forevermore. There are also an amazing array of paper pads out there with various prints and designs on them. And I am 200% certain that if your loved one is a scrapbooker or a card maker or someone who plans or does paper crafts, let's do that. They will appreciate a lovely pad of swanky paper that they may not get themselves, you know? Something that will go for all crafts is a really nice pair of scissors. Nice fabric scissors aren't cheap. So if you know that your loved one does a lot of sewing, do just a little bit of research on what the best fabric scissors are out there and buy them, because I'm sure they will be so appreciated and so graciously received. Or a really nice pair of scissors for paper, or just a little pair of scissors, like a little pair of travel scissors if your loved one does crafts on the go. Zigzag scissors, anything. A nice pair of scissors goes a very long way. A lot of people who craft are obsessed with hot beverages, be that coffee or tea. I personally choose tea. And something that is very annoying, because time flies when you are being creative. Something that is very annoying is when your hot beverage gets cold. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. So, a wonderful travel thermos is great. You can make your coffee or your tea and leave it in the thermos. Or, oh, one of those teapots that have got a little candle underneath so it can keep the tea warm when it's in the teapot and you can just keep topping up your cup. That way you will never have a cold beverage. Although I also do still quite like cold tea, so I can't really say anything. If you've watched this entire video and you're still clueless, that is okay. Just ask. Just ask the person what they would like. Say that you love how creative and crafty they are and you want to encourage this, but you don't know what to get them for Christmas and you want to encourage it. Just say, is there anything creative or crafty that you'd like to receive? And I'm sure they'd love it. Or just get them a light up crochet hook because they look really funny and ultimately redundant. So yes, that is just a small list of present ideas with a variety, to suit a variety of budgets. Hopefully I've inspired you somewhat with the whole present giving shebang, and I am sure it will be greatly appreciated. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Your support means the world to me. And if you are a crafty one, feel free to hit subscribe. I post a new craft tutorial every Sunday, and then on the Thursday you get either a podcast or a different video, a little like this one. So I hope that you enjoy that. So feel free to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on that at all. Also, in the description box, I have linked all of my social media accounts. So if that is something you're interested in, feel free to head on over to those and follow me or like me or whatever the various slightly stalker sounding things you can do on social media is. Thank you very much once again for watching, and I shall see you very soon in Sunday's tutorial. Bye! friendship bracelet tutorial because I haven't done one of these in a while, so I thought it is about time.